Yes, congratulations to Boston College. Really disappointed for us. You go into a game, and we've said usually rushing yards have something to do with it, and they had, 228 yards to our 36 rushing. And then we had entirely too many sacks, probably more than we've had just about all year. We had 7. And then turnovers is the next biggest factor, and we lost 3, one of them for a touchdown, and gained 1. So they dominated the game. Defensively, we did some good things, but we couldn't get off the field in the first half, and we couldn't stay on the field. So time of possession ended up being about double, I think, too. And they did a great job on 3rd and 4th down situations, and we didn't. We were 3 of 13, and they were 7 of 15. So give them credit. Did some good things in the kicking game. Our punting was good except for the one return. We had the great kickoff return by Chris Culliver for a touchdown. Thought we'd get back in the game at that point. Thought we'd get back in the game when we forced a turnover to start the second half. And we never got anything going offensively. And we got to go back and figure out why that we were so bad and give them credit, too. Questions?
How much did just not being on offense, not having the ball much, just kind of throw the offense so far in a rhythm and just couldn't really get out of it?
I think both. I think we needed to get them off the field, and we didn't defensively enough. And then when we got out there on offense, we got frustrated early and really did a poor job.
There were a couple of occasions when you had some short yardage situations. I know last week you said you told Chip, run it. Maybe giving the ball to Amarian was an option, but you didn't go that way. What is the explanation for some of those?
I think that's why you talked to Chip on Monday. I'll talk to him tomorrow.
What are your thoughts on some of those decisions?
I'd have to go back and look at every one of them, Andrew. That's a big picture question for 3.5 hours that we'd have to look at it and go over each play, and I could tell you what he called and whether I liked it or not. Probably like you, if he didn't make it, I probably didn't like it.
You mentioned the 7 sacks. I guess what do you think kind of culminated in those struggles, specifically blocking on the edge today?
It's usually a combination of things, too. That's why these press conferences are so hard after a loss to explain everything, because sometimes it's quarterback holding the ball too long. Sometimes it's a receiver running the wrong route, which makes the quarterback hold the ball too long. I thought our offensive line struggled today. I didn't think they did as well as we've been doing. So it's there'll be a combination of a lot of those things when you play this poorly.
During the 3-game win streak, one of the things that you and some of the players talked about was having the right kind of vitality and spirit, all that kind of stuff. Did you sense early on that maybe that was missing today to where it was the last 3 games?
No, we had. I talked to some people during the week that have been doing this a long time, and they worried about a letdown because you got NC State next week. You've had 3 great games, and you've come from a deep hole to fight your way back, and then all of a sudden you take a deep breath. But I thought they practiced hard during the week. I thought it was really good. I thought we'd play well today, and just didn't.
Coach, how was it getting dinner with Drake Maye last night? How cool is it to see the first season he's had with the Patriots?
It was great. It was Drake lives 30 minutes from our hotel or something, so it was really nice of him to come over. He was going to come to the game and be our honorary captain, but I think they had to take off and head to Miami, so he didn't get to do that. But so proud of Drake and not only what he does on the field, but he just gave money to a relief fund for the hurricane. I mean, he's just such a special person off the field that he's a guy that all Carolina fans can be really proud of.
When you look at the fact that you guys have been checking so many positive boxes the last 3 games, how surprised are you that you guys checked all the negative boxes today?
I'm really surprised. We'll have some positive guys that played really well. That's what you do. I remember one time we got beaten a game, and I said we quit. And Coach Royal called me on the way home and said, you can't ever say your team quit, because some of them played hard and some of them played great, and there's too many that play to say your team quit. So I thought they played hard. They kept trying. I thought they were frustrated some. They were disappointed some, but I did think they tried hard.
How did you think your team fared with the physicality matchup that you had talked a lot about throughout the week that DC would remember?
I thought we were physical on offense. On defense, and we weren't on offense. They couldn't run the ball. Neither team could run the ball early, and we stayed out there way too much on defense. We've played 40 to 60 plays. We played 79 or something today. 79 plays, and that's a long time.
Talk about complimentary football. They were converting on 3rd down or 4th. guys missed on your first 10 third downs was until the last 5 minutes where you actually converted one. Does it kind of come down to the essence of not being able to stay on the field and then not being able to get off the field?
Yeah, you go back, and if you really study football, it's who can run the ball the best, because that usually puts you in third and short and fourth and short situations, which you usually make better. And we weren't running the ball well, and especially with the sacks, that put us in long yardage situations in about every one of those instances, and you're not going to make that many. Then you go back to turnovers. But the rushing yards usually and short passes have more to do with the third and fourth down conversions, simply because of the distance, than anything else. And then you add kicking game along with those situations, and that's football. And we didn't do most of those well today.
Was there any thought about putting Connor Harrell in?
We thought too at the end, but we wanted to get Jacoby to feel better about leaving here today, and he did that in the last two drives. I thought he did a good job. So that's the only reason we didn't put Connor in.
A lot of those sacks that you talked about happened on third down. Was there any talk about maybe tweaking some of the protection to give Criswell a little bit more time to get the ball out on?
Yeah, we tried to chip with the tight ends. We tried to chip with the backs. I mean, this was a day where not much worked on offense, which was really obvious.
You mentioned wanting to have Jacoby feel better coming out of this. It seems like these last 2 weeks, he's kind of not necessarily taking a step back, but just seemed less comfortable at times than what he had during the win streak. I guess, what do you think maybe has played into that, and what do you need to see from him moving forward?
We just got to keep helping him and make sure that we try to keep building his confidence, because NC State's got a really good defense, and they stop the run, try to make the quarterback beat you with the passing game, and that's what happened today. And I think Jacoby's coming in, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you'll get to ask him in a minute.
With Nate out, Chris Culliver turned the kickoff for the touchdown. It looked like he just sort of accelerated about midfield, turned into another gear. Have you seen much of that from him during the course of the last few months? And
Yeah.
kind of in position where he could be that guy moving forward?
He is. Chris is, he's got a lot of the traits of Tez Walker, because he's tall and he's so fast. And we saw that today. He just got to get more confidence, and today should really help him, because he made some really good plays.
Good?
Okay?